Welcome to the channel. This is Geauxgreddy and welcome to the 2020 official FIA Manufacturer Series Race 3 at Dragon Trail Seaside. And we are in the Group 3 cars. I'm in the Porsche as I continue my climb towards that A+ goal. Can I make up any ground tonight? You'll have to stick around and find out. Before we get on to the action, if you hit the like and the subscribe, I would certainly appreciate it. And as we join the room, I'm looking for me. I'm like, oh, there I am at number 20. So I am the 20th ranked driver in the lobby with 48,964 points. So I do have my work cut out for me, which means I need to put down a good qualifying lap, which I have not been able to do here at Dragon Trail. So let's get right to that qualifying and see how I do. Here we are on the qualifying lap, and I have chosen Y is Game again as my leader. And if you remember Suzuka, he let me down. But I don't think he's going to do it again. He was smoking here at Dragon Trail Seaside in the practice races. So I feel confident he's going to tug me up the ladder. Now, I was a little too close to him at start, so I was really pulling hard in the slipstream. I didn't want to get so close that I might accidentally hit his rear bumper anywhere. So I had to kind of back off there on the straight, but doing a fairly decent job of hitting my apexes. I'm trying to get, on gas as early as possible. So here, just getting on the brakes a little bit early because I'm using that slipstream to try to, pull me in closer to Y's Game, suck me up there into that, disturbed air that he's putting down for me. Heading here into the right-hander before the chicane of death. Need to get a good exit out of here so I can stay in that slipstream. Behind me, K Bonix is eating up me from behind. He's just going right in there. Now, you don't want to get too close here going to the chicane of death because you can't see your entrance. So I just kind of back off on the throttle a little bit, get back into it. I had to just back out of it on the exit. Cost me a little bit of time there on the exit. I would have really liked to make a run up on Y's Game heading into this last corner. So I'm going to drop her down in a second. Try and late apex this corner. A little too late, so wasn't quite on the gas as early as I would have liked to have been. But still not too terrible. Coming across the line, my best ever before this was 137.8, and I crossed with a 137.2. So my best qualifying time yet. So Y's Game comes through for me as I start in P12, actually. I know it shows 11 there, but it's P12. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1 countdown. It is time for the race. I'm behind Viddy 1107, also in a Porsche, and behind me CJ7 Prodigy, and I believe it was an Alpha. But heading down towards corner 1. Don't have to worry about having a Super or a GTR heating me up on the straight for a change, which was pretty nice. So get right into the backside here of Viddy, and at this point, I'm absolutely thinking he is on medium tires and likely a couple folks in front of him because I'm keeping up with him rather easily. So just trying to get a good exit and stay in with the pack, trying to maximize that fuel usage, trying to short shift where I can, coast where I can. I just want to save as much fuel as possible and stay in with this pack, and hopefully some folks die in the chicane of death. Oh, hopefully. Why would I hope that somebody would die? That is terrible. As Pro 105 gets passed to the outside, which will leave him on the inside, but I'm going to leave him a little space here so he can tuck back in because it's a little early in the race for that. And to my inside, it's Logan Racing in the Jaguar. Yeah, so he actually makes the smart life choice and backs out there as we head into the chicane of death. We don't have to go through it 2x2, which was very smart of Mr. Logan Racing. So props to that gentleman. So the strategy here is manyfold. You can start on soft or you can start on medium. You can go 9 on medium, or you can go 8 on medium, go 9 on soft, or go 8 on soft. At some point in the race, you got to put on a set of hards. So all 3 tires are required. I started on the medium. I started in mid-pack, so I figured there could be some drama in the mid-pack. So I would start on the mediums as to not waste my soft tires here battling with folks. As I brake early, nice and easy there. Just trying to be easy on the tires. I got to make them last 9 laps. Get A little loose there coming out of the corner. I was a little surprised by that. But that puts the Jaguar right on my derriere as we head towards this right-hander. I get smacked from behind, hit into the Pro 105, sends Pro 105 off the course. Let's look at that again. Riding now with Logan. He is right up my tailpipe. As we come to this corner, I'm just kind of easing off the gas here and a little bit on the brakes, and he just smacks me from behind. So an F for Pro 105 because I've got respect for him, and sorry that had to happen to you, brother. That absolutely sucked. So continuing on, again, Logan right on my rear bumper, and honestly I'm a little worried at this point because he didn't pull over to let Pro 105 back through. So I was like, that's not good. Now I'm figuring he's on soft tires, so I just stay over here to the left side, and I'm just going to let him on through there, let him catch up to the pack in front of us, and maybe pull me up to him. I'm going to use his aggression to my advantage. I'm kind of hoping that he's going to cause some fights up here and slow them down. Anyway, if I can make it through the death chicane alive, and I do, throws me some caution lights to say thanks for that easy pass to the inside there, Geauxgreddy, after I murdered Pro 105. Not a problem. I get into sixth gear here, ease off the gas, get on the brakes, and I don't know what happened there, but that was definitely an unwanted touching from Geauxgreddy. So that's a go assault on my part. I hit him from behind there, and you know, I went back and I looked at it, and it just, I don't know, he just seemed like he turned in on me, but it was definitely my fault. I looked in my rearview mirror, he was still on track. So I figured he'd be on my rear end here soon. May as well keep the slipstream train going. Give him an opportunity to catch up to everybody. He's going to catch up to me here in a minute, and when he does, I'll let him have the easy pass. Figured that was a smarter way to do it at this point. If he had completely gone off the track, I'd have pulled over there and let him on by, because that was definitely not okay. So comment if you would like and tell me what a terrible driver I am, and I will accept all blame, because it was my fault. So here we are, lap 3. I'm in 11th. Picked up one spot due to someone else getting launched off the course. What happens here? Oh, rip out of Malicious. Gets loose there, coming up through those S's, coming uphill. Again, Logan Racing back on my rear bumper on those soft tires, as I suspected he would be. Of course, now we're in the inverse position. I'm in front and he's behind, so I'm feeling a little bit nervous right about now, but I got to take the death chicane quickly. I do so rather well. And now I'm just going to stay over to the left because I know he's going to have a run on me in the Jaguar. So I just stay to the left and give him the inside. He gives me a bump draft. I'm like, that wasn't really what I wanted. I wanted you to just go ahead and pass down the inside. But not a bad play by him, because it would have slowed him down. So I pull off to the right here to make sure he knows I have no intention of racing him to the next corner. And he goes by along the inside. Again, it is early in the race. I'm on mediums, he's on soft. There is absolutely no point in fighting this. So let him on by. And he goes on through. So I hang out here behind Logan for a little while. He passes a few folks. Moving on to lap 6. Catch up to P10. That's K Bonix in the Ferrari. He's struggling a little bit, looks like, there on the tires here on lap 6. That the mid-engine rear drive cars, man, when those tires start to go, they get pretty squirrely. So K Bonix heading into corner 1 here. Looks like he has control back of that Ferrari once again. So I'm going to be content here hanging out behind him, shifting early. Again, trying to save as much fuel as I can without going too slow. And he gets loose coming out of the S's and slams into the wall. Let's look at that again. Comes on the inside, gets on that curb, and he sends him out. He hits the wall, but look at this 360 no scope back on the track and going. Only loses like 2 or 3 positions. What? That was crazy. Anyway, so pretty good job there by K Bonix to gather it back up. Heading on to lap 9. I am in P7. Some people had jumped into the pits there as they were on soft tires. Now I'm going to jump into the pits on lap 9. You notice a lot of mediums and hards going into the pits. I'm going to throw the hards on. So the people that were running softs ran their lap of hard already. Now I've run the mediums. I'm going to run 1 lap of hards. Don't put any fuel in the car. I'm just going to go ahead and keep it light as possible for as long as possible as I come out here behind TPRT Alley GP. Timing just a little bit off as Man United for Love and Don't Say So gets by me there before corner one. So looking over at my lap times, they are looking pretty consistent up to this point, so I'm pretty happy with that. Probably the most consistent lap times I've had on medium tires. Struggled on medium tires in the practices, so pretty excited about that. So here we are on the hard tires. We're just going to put one lap on these. We're going to jump in here into the pits. You can see Wise Game coming in. He has about 12% fuel left. I only have 9. Man United for Love only with 8. On the softs was Man United. Little C Money coming in. He's going to dump those hard tires as well. Pro 105 coming in after getting destroyed there at the beginning of the race. Heading back out onto track now. And I am inside of Man United for Love. So we were united. I was inside of him, or he was inside of me. It was very scintillating heading out of the pits. So, looking at that, look at the three of us, man. You can't get a train any tighter than that. Us three men united for racing right here. That's right. Looking good. All three of us. Just can't get any closer to that. So, lap 11. I'm behind Man United for Love. And I thought he had come in on soft, so I thought for sure he was heading out on mediums. So I'm looking to pass him as soon as I can so that I can try and catch up to 11th place there. And I'm like, man, this dude has some really, really good pace on these medium tires. Like, he goes through his S's, no problem at all. And I'm like, well, man, this dude, he must have had a bad qualifying lap because he is just killing it on these mediums. So drop her down in the first, get on the gas hard. Again, can't pull on him. Coming out of that corner, I'm scratching my head. What is going on? Man United just absolutely on fire. Get through the chicane of death without any trouble. Little C Money still hanging on the rear bumper there, only about 3/10 back. Lap 12, back in the chicane of death again. Trying to get a run on coming out of it. Won't grip, get into the wall. That gives Little C Money opportunity to pass me on the right side. Now with this coronavirus thing, the hair's been growing out a little bit. I've been online a lot, been talking to my Canadian friend Revo Nut and others. And I'm starting to feel just a little bit weird. Starting to feel not myself. So Little C Money right here in front of me in the BMW Z4. And I get to thinking,
just gonna send it.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Just gonna send it. So I send it down the inside into the chicane after the long straight. Make it stick. Then I hang out here behind Man United for Love for a few laps. So let's get into the penultimate lap, the penultimate chicane of death. Do I survive? Stick it as close to that wall as you can. Whip the wheel back and hold on and pray she doesn't hit the wall on the way out. Did it well. Looking at the left, only 6/10 between me and Little C Money. Looking to the right, lap times are looking good and consistent. Coming into the last lap here, 1.3 laps of fuel remain. About 11%. I want 9% for a lap, so I'm looking good into the final lap. Folks heading out of the pits that went in for that last lap of hards, they're coming out now. I passed a few in there, so I picked up a couple spots. And Beatty comes out in front of me in the Porsche. We remember him. He was in front of me at the beginning of the race. So we both picked up a few positions along the way. Looking down at my tires, they're looking a little bit worn, a little bit ragged, but they're still, in my opinion, better than the hard tires, which are slick as snot, especially when they're cold. Now you can see the rear of that Porsche just getting all over the place coming through there. So I've got to get a good exit through here. I've got to get on the brakes a little bit early, set it down the apex, and get on that gas because I know he's going to be pushing because he's worried about me right on his rear end. He's on those hard tires. And I do. I get a great exit, and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it, guys. I come to the top of the hill.
Gonna hit her about 3/4 to full throttle down that hill pretty fast. Hit that water, just gonna hold her wide. Gonna be a good day.
Oh, I held her wide, and it was a good day. Get on the brakes late. Got to put it on the apex. trying to keep that cutback from happening. He can't quite cut it back. The hard tire is just not holding on for Vitty. As we head towards the chicane of death one last time. Can I hold on to it through the death chicane? Oh, I go through there as timid as a kitty cat, but come out alive. Vitty gets a bit of a run on me heading into the final corner, but he's not quite close enough to make a lunge. So I get on the brakes just a little bit late. I know that he's got to go around the outside the long way around this corner. I've still got slipstream from Prodigy. I hold on to it, heading towards the finish line. Take P9. What a race. Oh my goodness. That was my best overall lap time. All my practice races. Ended up with a 30:27. That was my best qualifying time. Super pumped. Picked up 337 DR points, moved up to 49,301 points, picked up 167 for the manufacturer's race, but that's not really why I'm here. I'm here to get that DR up to the A+, and then I'll worry about whole manufacturer's position and all that nonsense. But for now, just trying to move up the ranks. So that was a good race for it. Position 20 plate on my car, moved up to position 9, super pumped about that. It was a good race. Couple little issues there at the beginning. It happens every once in a while. Definitely never my intention. So to all involved, I apologize. Got hit from behind. Don't like that to happen. So anyway, enjoyed the race. I hope y'all enjoyed the race. If you did, please come back, join me again. Like I said, hit the like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Always feel free to comment, and hope to see you next time. So for myself, Geauxgreddy, y'all have a great evening. DJ Clean, take us out of here.